What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the No Hedging Podcast. I am your host, Ty the Jet Franklin. I am here with my guy.
Rip 16, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another week of amazing NFL football, man. Week 4. A lot of blowouts.
It was.
A lot of blowouts. You know what I mean?
It was more blowouts than 285.
A lot of blowouts, a lot of excitement, a lot of storylines to follow. This is your first time here. This video, we're going to talk about the takeaways, our personal takeaways from week 4.
Yes,
make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe to the channel because after this video, we got the rundown coming up with our predictions for week 5, all right?
You don't want to miss that.
Don't want to miss it, man. Don't want to miss it. So let's get into the week 4 takeaways.
Yes,
Would you like to start?
Sure, why not? First thing I want to start with off the muscle is your New York Football Giants.
Ooh, awful.
That O-line is awful.
Awful.
11 sacks.
We're bad.
They gave up 11 sacks to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
The young dude, the rookie, what's his name, Witherspoon, he went off.
Mm-hmm.
That boy had a time out there.
Mm-hmm.
It had a game. It had a lifetime game out there. Yeah. But yeah, that O-line is just bad. Daniel Jones, I was really just honing in after about the 7th sack, and I was just like, this is an abnormal amount of sacks. Are they going for a record or something?
Bro, it's crazy.
He couldn't even do a 5-step drop.
Or a 3-step drop.
With somebody on him.
In the shotgun. He couldn't do a 3-step drop in the shotgun.
And that's ridiculous. So the O-line, they got to do something about that.
Yeah.
I know they've been trying through the draft, but it ain't working.
I will defend them to a certain degree here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of talking about Daniel Jones is the problem. Obviously, if you watch the game, the O-line is definitely the problem. I don't care who your quarterback is. You put anybody back there, nobody's going to do anything.
Right.
We had 3 of our starters out on the O-line.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that is the reason why the O-line has been like that. But ultimately, this is an issue that we've been having for years.
Right.
So whether it's the drafting, we drafting the wrong players, or our development isn't good, or we're not coaching them well, whatever it is.
Do you feel like that? Do you feel like that is feeding into Saquon's injury history?
I don't think so. I just think his injuries are unfortunate. The way he's been tackled and things like that, I think that's what it is. But I will say this, his value is going up.
Yeah.
We can't win without him. Like I said, I tell people this shit all the time. No Saquon, no dub.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
We're looking like the worst team in the league right now, 1-3. We got our next 2 weeks on the road at Miami and at Buffalo, so it's looking like 1-5. After that is Washington, and then we're going to the bye.
And Miami about to be mad after that Buffalo game.
Yeah, so Miami about to do their thing on us, and it's just what it is.
I don't think they're gonna drop 70 on y'all.
No, they're gonna drop enough.
But they're gonna drop
because we can't score. We can't score. You know what I'm saying? So our schedule starting out wasn't the easiest. We're playing the top teams in the league right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the first 6 weeks. Like I said, the first 6 weeks we played Dallas, the 49ers, Buffalo, and the Dolphins, right?
And quietly Seattle's
legit, right? So we're playing top tier teams in the first 6 weeks. And combined with those records, their records are 13-3.
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all boys got it tough, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, first couple games are tough, but I think we'll win a couple games towards the middle and the end of the season.
So we'll see.
But it was awful. We're the worst team in the league right now. Oof, it sucks. Bad watch.
I don't know if y'all are worse than the Chicago Bears. That was another takeaway for me.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields had a much better day.
He did.
He was out there getting some touchdowns. His tight end got a couple of touchdowns. Yep. He was scrambling. He was putting it all together. But that defense,
the defense is bad.
It's terrible. The Denver Broncos came back on that defense.
Yeah.
That right there tells me that the Bears are probably the worst team in the league.
That's why I said last episode. I said, listen. The Chicago Bears, they are failing Justin Fields.
Yeah, they are.
You can't put you can't have your defense out there just giving up comebacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not helping them.
And especially to the Broncos.
Yeah.
No. The other thing, speaking of defense, the Vikings won a game off of defense.
Go Vikings, baby. Let's go.
They won a game off of defense.
Yeah.
I was shocked. But that also tells me that the Panthers and the Falcons really kind of leading into my NFC South takeaway. The Panthers and the Falcons both have a situation where you have a young quarterback that clearly needs some time to develop because some of the decisions that you're making and some of the things that you're doing are just bad.
Yep.
Desmond Ridder came out there and had an atrocious first half. Second half, kind of cleaned it up some, but, it definitely wasn't enough. I think the Falcons' defense was actually serviceable enough to keep them in that game.
Falcons' defense was good, yeah.
They actually did pretty good because
especially stopping the run. Gap control is good. They make sure Travis ain't cutting through those holes.
They did. So Calais Campbell, Grady Jarrett, those Onyemata, those guys, they showed up and did what they were supposed to do to keep them in the game. But like we talked about before, like you said last week, if they get down in that game, you can't come back with a run game. And Desmond Ridder is showing that he can't air it out.
They're not built for it.
So Bijan had a really good game.
He need more He need more touches. He need more targets.
He had most of the damn touches.
But he need more. He needs more, bro, to be honest, and needs them early.
Yeah, he do.
He needs them more early.
He does. Tyler Algier, that will help if he got going a little bit more in that game, but Tyler didn't have a good game. But the division is the Bucs to win at this point.
Yeah.
It's the division is the Bucs to lose at this point.
Yeah.
Y'all have it.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if you're going to stay on Desmond Ridder and Bryce Young. Mm-hmm. I personally, the announcers were saying at halftime, but we got into that conversation last week also. I kind of hope they do bad so that they can switch over to Heineke. And I think Bryce Young's injury showed that Anthony Dalton is serviceable with the players he has.
Yeah.
So unless you make a quarterback switch for both teams, it looks like your Saints pick might not be good. And my Falcons,
like I said, I'm gonna ride with the Saints until the end. Like I said, I'm gonna stick to my pick. But right now, as of right now, it's not looking like they.
It's not.
Offensively, they're just terrible. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna roll with that pick until the end because I'm not gonna switch up.
No, I ain't. Once we locked in, ain't no switching up.
Right.
It's no hedging. But yeah, that's my takeaways, man.
Yeah. So one of my takeaways, I'm gonna start with last Thursday.
Okay.
The Detroit Lions. I was one of those guys that was a contrarian. Okay, I was very contrarian to popular opinion. Right. So
from the jump,
the Lions are legit. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The Detroit Lions are legit. What made me realize that they legit? Not the fact that they beat Green Bay in Green Bay. Is how their team is built. Is how the play calling, the offensive play calling, and the players that they have, right? So, like, the way that they finished the game showed me, like, they're legit. Like, they didn't try to do anything fancy. They ain't try to do anything cute. They just straight pounded the ball. Montgomery went nuts, and they just pounded the ball. He had, like, 30 touches.
Yeah, as he should. When they got up on a lead like that, you should be having a high amount of touches for your running back.
Yeah.
It's just smart football. They play very clean.
Offensive line is good. They got receivers, Reynolds, Amon-Ra Brown. They got a tight end, Laporta, showing out. The defense is on point. Aiden Hutchinson. They got a linebacker.
Aiden is looking like a monster.
The secondary, and then their defensive coordinator, he calling good plays and dialing it up at the right time. Those dudes are tough. They physical, and they play like a team that can compete with the 49ers, that can compete with the Eagles, you know what I'm saying? That can compete with the Cowboys.
I told you they've been bubbling for some years, bro. They've been competing and bubbling hard for some years.
Right now,
I know we got into our argument at the beginning of the season.
Lions are legit.
But we ain't on the way no more.
Lions are legit.
We here.
Yeah, Lions are legit.
So I think that's where they're at too. I definitely agree. I'm very happy to hear you say that.
Yeah, Lions are legit. Now, next thing, the Bills. All right, Bills and the Dolphins, they played this week. The Bills blew the doors off of Miami.
Yes, they did.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think the Bills are probably the team to beat in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? They have, obviously, Josh Allen's talented. Yeah. The Bills only loses games if Josh Allen makes the mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play hero ball, trying to be Superman, right?
Right.
Trying to play outside of what he needs to be doing.
Right.
The Bills, they got Cook. They're running the ball more effectively with Cook, even though Josh Allen runs more. But they running the ball more effectively. Design runs. Obviously, Stephon Diggs is a beast. And Gabe Davis, he shows up when he needs to. They got 2 good tight ends with Knox and Kincaid. And then their defense is solid, man. Their defense is solid. Milano, he's a stud. They're physical up front in the gaps. And then, unfortunately, Tre'Davious White, he got injured. But outside of that, I think the Bills might be the team to beat in the AFC.
They balanced. They're a very balanced team.
Yeah, very balanced.
The only team that may be more balanced is the 49ers. But they're a balanced team. They definitely look like a beast. They definitely look like the team to beat. I think they heard all the hype about that 70 burger from Miami. It was like, okay, yeah, that's cute, but they're not better than us.
Nah, because they own Miami.
So
for years.
And I think really Miami, the only thing that's holding them back, their offense is so good, but their defense is still lacking in a lot of ways because
they got injuries. Like they missing people. They missing Ramsey. They miss Phillips didn't play. Like they got dudes that's not in. So I can see why
the defense is Miami's really only problem. But I don't know if them scoring fast is going to come back to haunt them sometimes because the defense has to be on the field more.
Right.
But I definitely agree with you wholeheartedly. They came out there, they showed it. I mean, it ain't much more to be said about that. They just showed it.
The Bills are probably the team to beat in the AFC in general, the whole AFC, not just the AFC East.
Forget
AFC.
the division, the whole
They got the division on lock. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah.
That leads me into my next team in AFC. Cincinnati is in trouble. Cincinnati is in trouble.
Really?
They in trouble, man. Because they still playing Joe Burrow, man. I don't understand it. Joe Burrow, he cannot move in that pocket. He can't move outside the pocket.
I said against the game.
He's just a sitting duck in there. That's not how he plays the game.
I said in the game against the Rams, I don't think this man needs to be out here.
He shouldn't have been playing that game. Yeah.
They keep playing him, and he's not getting time to heal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understood you was like, it's a must-win. They need it in this spot. Right. They got to, I get it. But at some point in time, you're going to need a healthy Joe Burrow.
Yep.
Jamar Chase is getting pissed.
He's pissed. He needs 20 targets a game.
He's cussing people out in the interview. Yeah. He's getting pissed.
I'm always fucking open.
And he's not lying, though.
Excuse my language. I'm always fucking open.
He's not lying. So, I mean, I get it. You don't want your star receiver getting unhappy. You don't want your star QB walking around injured the whole season. That's a recipe for a disaster. If they keep that shit up, they might not make the playoffs.
Right. They in trouble. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah. They in trouble.
They in some serious
trouble. They just got to beat doors blown off.
And speaking of doors blown off, it was a takeaway I forgot.
What?
The Houston Texans blew people out 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, they did.
How about that?
Yeah. But I think it's more so on the Steelers' offense than the Texans are playing good. Don't get me wrong.
But they beat two teams that are supposed to be solid playoff teams.
So I don't know.
They like on the line.
Yeah, they brink.
Jacksonville was expected to be.
Yeah. Jacksonville was expected to win the division for sure.
Right.
But the Pittsburgh Steelers, they weren't expected to win their division. They weren't expected to go to the playoffs. They were expected to probably compete. But their offense is just not there.
Yeah.
The Steelers' offense doesn't exist. It's just what it is. Their offensive line isn't good. Their quarterback isn't good. It's just not there. The play calling is ass and trash, so that's their issue. But shout out to Houston. C.J. Stroud, like I said last week. C.J. Stroud, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Go ahead and pencil that in. We'll see.
He got
another 300-yard game.
He got receivers. He got some defensive guys out there.
Another
that's
no interception. He throw a pick. Solid against the Steelers defense, which is pretty impressive. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So shout out to Houston and Debacle Ryans. Goddamn it, they showing out.
Shout out to the H, man.
Yeah. Then my last takeaway, and we're gonna close it up and wrap it up with this. The 49ers are the best team in the NFL. And Christian McCaffrey needs to get some MVP votes. I'm sorry. I understand the MVP is just for quarterbacks and things like that. Is what they
shouldn't be.
Christian McCaffrey is a dog. He is a beast. 4 touchdowns last week. Dog. 3 rushing, 1 receiving, jumping over motherfuckers, getting in the end zone.
Yeah.
He's a beast, man. Christian McCaffrey.
He don't slow down. Like, during the game, it doesn't look like he's losing anything.
No.
At any point during the game. It's just all gas, and he can do everything on the field out there.
Yeah.
Like, if they need to switch out, this is the guy they put in as the third string QB when Purdy got hurt, right? Now, I didn't expect him to go out here and do a great job of that because he don't practice being QB.
Right.
However, that just goes to show you how versatile he is as a player. Like, Christian can pass, run, and receive a touchdown on any given game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to throw him in at cornerback or something one of these days, just because. But yeah, he definitely deserves a lot of MVP consideration. That team is definitely not the same without him.
The same.
But they are top to bottom the most balanced team in the league.
They do what they're supposed to do. Even though the Cardinals gave them a little fight early on, they end up doing what they had to do. They covered.
Yeah. They covered.
Good teams win.
One more catch in the end zone. The Cardinals could have covered the spread. But hey.
Good teams win, great teams cover. And that's what the 49ers do. You know what I'm saying? 14-point spread, they covered it. They did what they're supposed to do against a division opponent. I mean, you got to give credit. The 49ers are the best team in the league, hands down. Philadelphia, I guess in the NFC, they struggled a little bit. Dallas
still winning games, though.
Yeah, they still winning games, but they struggled. Dallas, look, some questions about their offense, but I think Philadelphia, hands down, has showed through the 4 weeks that they are the team to beat in the NFL. Would you agree?
On the NFC?
In the NFL.
Oh, San Fran? Yes.
In the NFL. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, San Fran in the NFL for sure.
Yeah.
San Fran for sure.
But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for our week 4 takeaways, man. Make sure you like, you comment, subscribe. Let us know your best takeaway from week 4 below in the comment section. And subscribe to the channel for more episodes each and every Wednesday, man. Stay tuned for the rundown, best bets, and the dog of the week, man.
Yes, sir.
We out.